This is week 7, day 3. We're starting with number 1. Which number sentence is true? Well, I see that they all have denominators of 15 and 5. So I'm going to take 3/5 and turn it into a denominator of 15 so I can compare them a little bit easier. 5 times 3 is 15. So 3 times 3 is 9. And that's the exact same as the other one. So they must be equal. Number 2. Mrs. Pate walked 7/8 of a kilometer and Mr. Pate walked 3/4 of a kilometer. Which number sentence is true? There's a couple different ways we can think of this. One, we can go back to yesterday's, to the problem where they compared 3/4 and 7/8, and we see that 7/8 was bigger. I could take 3/4 and turn it into a denominator with 8, which is 6/8. And so I see that 7/8 is bigger than 6/8. And I can also think that 7/8 is 1/8 away, and 3/4 is 1/4 away, and 1/4 is a bigger fraction, so there's a bigger space there. And in all of these, I get that 7/8 is bigger, which is B. Number 3, which number sentence is true? I can see that 1/4, I can get it to a denominator of 8 pretty easily, so I'm going to do that. 4 times 2 is 8. 1 times 2 is 2, so 2/8. Well, 3/4 is not equal to 2/8. 3/8 is not less than 2/8. 2/8 or 1/4 is not bigger than 3/8. But 1/4 or that 2/8 is less than 3/8. Number 4, it's a good review one here. Which number set below has only numbers that are composite? So remember, composite numbers are numbers that have more than 2 factors. So if I look through, the very first number here is 5, and 5 is prime, because the only way I can multiply there is 1 times 5. So it's not A. Letter B, 6 is composite, 10 is composite, 13 is prime. Letter C, 7 is prime. Letter D, 8 is composite because it's even, 12 is composite because it's even, 21 is composite because I can do 1 times 21 and 3 times 7, so more than 2 factors. And 25 is composite because I can do 1 times 25 and 5 times 5. So D is my answer. Number 5, which fraction would make the number sentence true? 2/5 is bigger than something. Well, I know 2/5 isn't greater than 3/5. Okay. I also know that 2/4 is the same as 1/2, and 4/6 is more than a half. 2/5 is less than a half because half of 5 is 2.5, and 2 is not quite there yet. So it can't be these two. 1/3 is the only one that's less than a half also, so my answer is A. And number 6, Ricky and Becky colored the same amount of their papers. Ricky colored half of his paper. Which number sentence is not true? So we need to find another fraction that's not equal to half. So 6/12. Well, 6 is half of 12, so that is true. Seems funny to put a cross through it when it's true. 5 is half of 10, so that one's true. 8 is not half of 14. 7 is half of 14, so it is going to be B because 4 is half of 8. And that's our review for week 7, day 3.